Learning the art of motivating people at work. What, according to you, is the most important and valuable asset any organization can have, apart from financial might? Your answer definitely is people. The human capital. When such a critical corporate resource is not utilized to the best of its ability, the entire company struggles to meet the desired output or the intended targets. And the biggest culprit behind employees not giving their best is the lack of motivation, which primarily stems from two major factors: fear of failure and fear of rejection. Before discussing how to motivate staff members to achieve optimum performance, let's first address when and how most people develop fear. The earliest sign of this phenomena is observed in the children of parents who expect too much. Often, parents withdraw their emotional support when the kid fails to live up to their unrealistic standards, resulting in the child developing a lifelong fear of rejection and failure. Such individuals later develop hypersensitivity to their boss's feedback and are reluctant to take risks. Organizations can and must deploy effective methods to help their people break these shackles and perform to the best of their abilities. We will discuss some ideas to help managers establish a friendly and supportive environment so that all their staff members feel motivated to give their best. So, let's get motivated. The X Factor. The X Factor, also known as the psychological factor, represents an individual's self-concept, which directly influences their productivity. Self-concept has three main components: self-image, self-ideal, and self-esteem. To succeed, managers must first comprehend the importance of a healthy self-concept and work strategically to address all the three factors. To start with, give your team challenging jobs as it promotes proactivity, in turn helping them feel more positive about themselves. Employees also greatly appreciate the freedom to approach a task as they see fit. One thing you must keep in mind is to provide regular feedback, as this helps overcome shortcomings and instills a positive attitude. Asking individuals for their input when discussing ideas is also a tried and tested method of improving self-concept. Moreover, a seemingly small gesture, such as treating people in a friendly manner and extending support to them like they are family, is known to provide a sense of security. Last, when someone does a good job, be sure to compliment them, as it has a significant effect on their self-concept. Select the right people. Achieving excellence in management is mostly about selecting the right people. When organizations hire the wrong people, it is almost impossible to get the desired outcome, regardless of how hard managers try. As such, hiring requires special emphasis and attention. There are countless strategies designed to help managers make efficient hires. Starting from the interview phase, the rule of three can help an organization drastically improve its hiring capability. The rule urges managers to interview at least 3 different candidates for one specific job, so that they can compare and shortlist the most impressive applicant. Next, shortlisted candidates should be able to clear 3 different stages of interviews. Each interview should be conducted in a different place to see whether the individual behaves differently in different environments. It further goes on to stress that the most impressive candidate should be interviewed by at least 3 other people to cross-check their credentials. Finally, 3 references should be sought from the selected candidates. The S.W.A.N formula is another recommended methodology to improve the process of selection. The 4-letter acronym stands for SMART. Hire smart and inquisitive people. Work hard. Look for people who are dedicated and hardworking. Ambition. Hire candidates who are eager to learn. Nice. Select candidates who are pleasant in their interactions. Start them strong. Once a prospect has been hired for a specific job, the best managers load them with plenty of responsibilities from day one. Just like the foundation for a healthy self-concept is laid during childhood, newly hired employees develop a healthy self-concept right away when integrated into the workplace. It helps them develop into focused and hardworking individuals and also adds value to the organization. To that end, new employees should also be given hands-on training and support from the start, irrespective of their past experiences. Every new employee goes through low task-relevant maturity, meaning they have to start all over with the latest job. What they did or achieved in the past holds little importance. If a manager is not available to train a new employee from the first day, they should delegate this responsibility to someone else. Communicate clear expectations. One of the essentials of motivating people to do a good job is to make it crystal clear what the job is and what is expected of them. Start by laying down their goals and objectives. Set clear metrics, measurements, and standards against which their performance will be gauged. This will help the employee figure out the exact actions needed for their success. Another thing you must be specific about is deadlines. When an employee is made aware of this at the start of the project, they can strategize their approach and ensure they get the job done well in time. Finally, appreciating and rewarding the employee upon successful completion and delivery of the project ensures further transparency. Practice participative management. Participative management is a democratic way of motivating employees. The idea is to let employees know that they have a say in matters of the organization that directly affect them. In participative management, people in charge regularly engage with their staff members and appreciate their participation when discussing new ideas and the role the latter can play. This gives employees a sense of power and makes them feel valued, hence boosting their morale. The 4 factors of motivation. There are 4 factors of motivation that work for anyone in any organization. They are: Number 1, leadership style. The traditional top-down leadership style is considered redundant nowadays due to its dictatorial nature. Managers these days instead rely on several different aspects when leading people, such as the goals and objectives, the people working in the corporation, and the external environment. Other factors like the urgency of a task and employees' experience level are also taken into account to determine a more appropriate style of leadership. Number 2, the reward system. A reward system is deemed one of the most efficient motivators. It helps create the right working environment where employees feel appreciated for their hard work. When employees are rewarded, they are more likely to repeat their best performance. Number 3, organizational climate. Managers are responsible for deliberately creating a culture of mutual respect, peace, and harmony among all the employees, irrespective of their designations. When people are respected, they naturally feel motivated to perform exceptionally. Number 4, structure of the work. The work structure should complement an employee's disposition to make their job more exciting and enjoyable. The 3 R's. The 3 R's of motivation can be found in every business or organization and play an essential role in employee commitment and enthusiasm. They are rewards. Directly linked to an individual's quality of performance, rewards further fall into 2 categories: tangible and intangible. The former represents vacations, money, and other material objects. The latter comprises plaques, prizes, and other awards given annually for exceptional performance. Recognition, given in exchange for going the extra mile and completing a required job immaculately. Reinforcement, the more employees are appreciated for doing a good job, the more likely they are to repeat the positive behavior. Install management by values. Values define a person's personality and character. When the values of a company and its employees are congruent, it creates a work environment that fosters positivity and confidence. People are happy when their core values do not conflict with their external environment. The best organizations recognize this crucial factor of motivation and put it into practice for the best outcome. Practice management by objectives. Management by objectives is among the best motivators when it comes to working. Founded by Peter Drucker, this technique promotes giving complete freedom to a competent employee in choosing their preferred way of doing a job. To make this method work, it is important to have an explicit agreement between the employee and the management about how a project should be accomplished. A manager is free to provide suggestions about the various ways a particular goal can be achieved. However, they must not enforce their own ideas and leave it up to the employee to decide what works best for them. One thing the management should specify, though, is the importance of achieving the goal on time and within budget. To preserve accountability, there should also be an agreement between the manager and the employee regarding regular updates about the job's progress. Management by objectives is an excellent idea. However, it is only applicable for individuals who have already proven that they are fully capable of completing tasks without supervision. Use management by exception. In management by exception, a manager occasionally checks to know how a specific job is being performed. Once all the conditions have been agreed upon by both individuals, the employee is free to complete the task their way. A manager should only intervene when something does not fall in line with the agreed terms. Train and educate continuously. Happiness is the key to improved creativity, cooperation, and dedication. The best way to make employees feel more comfortable is by helping them upgrade their skills regularly. The more skills employees add to their profile, the more they will grow professionally and personally. Organizations that invest handsomely in training their employees experience higher growth levels in the competitive market. Insist on the zero defects principle. The zero defects principle is a rating given to products or services that meet their marketing criteria when introduced into the market. When applied to an organization's workforce, it suggests that individuals who perform well consistently should also be given a zero defect rating. This encourages all the staff members to concentrate on giving their best to produce high-quality products and services. Introduce quality circles, quality teams. Quality circles and quality teams is a management technique developed by W. Edwards Deming. Its purpose is to motivate and encourage employees to take bigger responsibilities for improving the quality of every job they are required to do. In addition, the management should assemble quality teams consisting of staff members only, who then choose a leader amongst themselves. All the members of the team should meet once a week to discuss improvements. Practice brainstorming regularly. Brainstorming is one of the best ways to motivate employees quickly. There are 7 parts associated with it, and they consist of: Number 1. Choosing an optimum group size. Around 4 to 7 individuals make an ideal group. Number 2. Selecting both a leader for the table and a recorder. A leader's job is just to keep everyone engaged. A recorder, on the other hand, should write down all the ideas generated in the process. Number 3. Setting a specific time limit for the brainstorming session, ideally between 15 and 45 minutes. Number 4. Defining a specific problem or question that demands practical answers and is aimed towards improving the consumer experience. Number 5. Focusing on the quantity of unique ideas rather than their quality. Number 6. A brainstorming session should be devoid of any judgment. Number 7. Gathering all the ideas, the evaluation of which should be done at some other time. Become a mentor. Mentoring can be direct as well as indirect. Direct mentoring is one-on-one, where a senior or respected executive is approached by a junior to learn. Indirect mentoring takes place when individuals unconsciously learn from their senior counterparts. However, before a mentoring role is being assumed, there are certain considerations to it, such as the mentor and the mentee should be comfortable with each other. The mentee should always approach their mentor with a list of questions or problems related to the work. The mentee should approach the mentor during their free time. Lead by example. A manager is an important figure in a company. Everyone working under them is closely monitoring how the leader goes about performing their duties. If employees sense a lack of motivation in their manager, they will become demotivated by proxy. This is why it is crucial for a manager to be positive and encouraging at work, even when things don't seem to be going their way. If they want their employees to perform well, they need to lead by example. Listen to your staff. A great leader is also a great listener. They can make employees feel important by allowing them to express their feelings without hesitation. Good managers also ask plenty of questions to help the former be more open. To become an effective listener, you must learn to be attentive. It is important to let the person finish their sentence without any interruptions. Once they are done, take a moment before replying. Ask questions to get a clear understanding of their problems. Managers who struggle to create a friendly work environment should always practice the golden rule of management. It states that people should treat staff members the way they want to be treated by their superiors. In a nutshell, lack of motivation is one of the most significant obstacles an average person faces at work. How well an individual performs at work is directly related to their self-concept. Acquiring the right talent is pivotal for an organization to achieve success. Every new employee goes through low task-relevant maturity, which means they have to start all over with the new job. The more employees are appreciated for doing a good job, the more likely they are to perform better. The best way to make employees feel happier is to help them upgrade their skills regularly. A great leader is also a great listener. Delegating a task to an employee and offering them the freedom to tackle it as they see fit promotes accountability and trust. Regular meetings between bosses and employees are essential to building a high-performing work team. Managers should be role models for the people working under them.